In the beginning, there was only darkness, water, and sky. The beliefs of many cultures diverge from here.
The Kalahari tribe from Africa believed that the stars were formed when a young girl threw wood ash into the sky. She also formed the individual stars that shine so brightly in the air of the desert from fragments of red and yellow roots.
The African Cameroon tribe tells a story of how the sun is brighter than the moon. At one time, the sun and moon were equal in light and lived in the sky surrounded by their families. One day, they went to the river on a swimming trip.
The sun went upstream to get ready, and he told the moon that when the water boiled, the moon would know that the sun was swimming and could join him. The sun asked his family to set fire to tree branches and throw them in the river. The moon saw the water boil and jumped in, which after a while faded his light. The sun would now always be brighter than the moon.
The moon wanted revenge, and his chance came when famine settled on the land. He told the sun that they must kill their families if they were to survive, and the moon took his family upstream, telling the sun that when the water turned red, he had killed his family. The moon asked his family to throw red clay into the river, and when the sun saw the red water, he killed his family. That is why the sun is bright and alone in the sky, and the moon is darker and surrounded by his family.
Before the land was created, gods lived in the sky under the baobab tree, which took care of all their needs. They were all happy with this way of life, except for one who wanted to use his powers to create beings.
He prepares for his work with the help of his fellow gods by collecting all the sand from the sky, seeds of palm and maize, and an egg containing all the personalities of the gods. He also makes a golden chain, which he uses to lower himself to the watery wastes below.
When he is hanging above the water, he dumps the sand from the sky and it creates land. The egg breaks, and the personalities of the gods fly down as a bird, attacking the sand, creating hills and rivers as it sows itself into the land.
He drops down and spreads the seas, but grows thirsty after a while and stops at a pond to drink. He notices his reflection and starts to mold sculptures of himself from the mud.
The sky god then snapped his fingers, creating the sun, and blew on the earth to set it spinning, and as his breath blew over the mud people, they were brought to life.
A tribe from the damp rainforest regions of Zaire believed the universe was made from one god alone, whose name was Mambo. In the beginning there was nothing but darkness and water, which was ruled over by Mambo, the great white spirit. One day he felt a terrible pain in his stomach, and he vomited up the sun, moon, and stars. Now there was light everywhere, and the fierce rays of the sun made the water turn to steam and rise up as clouds. Gradually dry hills appeared as the level of water dropped.
Mambo vomited again, and this time trees came out of his mouth, followed by animals, people, and other things. The first woman, the leopard, the eagle, the falling star, the anvil, the monkey Fumu, the first man, the firmament, the razor, medicine, and lightning. Among all of these, there was only one troublemaker, and that was lightning. It had such fierce temper and caused so much trouble that eventually Mambo chased it into the sky where it lives today. Mankind was now without fire since this had been provided by the lightning. So Mambo showed the people how to draw fire out of the trees.
There is fire in every tree, he said, and he taught them how to make a tool known as a fire drill to obtain it. Sometimes, though, the lightning still causes trouble when it leaps down and strikes the earth.
On the first day, a dry hilltop emerged from the water, and the sun rose. More hills followed, and the sun changed personalities as the day went on. He was youthful on the eastern horizon, strong and great in the midday, and old man when it set in the west.
The lunar god Seth was a god of darkness and was at constant battle with the light. The sky goddess Nut had the sun for one eye and the moon for her other. She was kept in the air by the god of wind and air.
Nut was married to the god of the earth, Jeb, who formed the mountains and valleys with his knees and elbows. Green vegetation would sprout from his brown or red body.